Hi everyone, it's Rhonda. Welcome back to my channel, A Little Bit French. I'm just putting things away here. I had a lot of requests for making a video of how I created these little ephemera holders, and I am following the instructions and the video by Rachel of Roxy Creations, and I will link that video in the description box. She does hers a different way. I laid in bed trying to figure out how I could use the digitals that I had just purchased because they were in profile print, and you actually need landscape printed digitals that to make how she made hers. So I was laying in bed and I was thinking, well, I can still use those, but what I'll use for the cover are my coffee stain papers that I get from 9 of Crones on Etsy. I'll list her below as well. And it worked out. I'll show you how you can do it both ways, but watch Rachel's as well, please do, because hers were just gorgeous. And depending on how you want yours to look, mine happened to just fit the way I wanted them to look with the landscape paper. And then I will show you some of the digitals that I used. So basically what these are, they just slip into a journal. They're like a folder, and instead of putting something glued on this side, you could actually put a pocket, or you could actually clip more papers in. So what I've done is picked out some original, and you could add digitals. You don't have to have originals. And then they're in the back, and then there's a picture, a digital on the underside. And it's like a little folder. Get that in there. And so I made all different sizes, because you don't know the size of the pockets that it's gonna go in. And so you can actually turn them this way. I don't know why I'm doing it the hard way. And so you can see, because you use a brad. So I'll show you everything you'll need. And again, please check out Rachel's. I love this one. I just do. Yep, I love it. And I love that they just swirl around. What's on the other side of this? Another digital. Then I made a baby one with scraps. So these are real versatile. You can use them as a Happy Mail. I just love that image from Ruby and Pearl XO. Yeah, very romantic. I probably showed you that one already, sorry. So I'll just do a little bit of explaining what you'll need. Now, if you have, let me just start by saying, if you have landscape digital, you can, this would be your cover front, then you would have to turn it over. Let's find another one. And you would have to glue another digital landscape, and then you're going to fold it to the size you want, and you're probably going to lose part of your digital, so you'd have to plan for that. You'd lose part of that, depending on the size you want, because you could certainly make the folder that size. That would be pretty. Might do that one day. But it seems like I have trouble, no one else does, but I have trouble gluing paper to paper like that. I always have ripples and And so I might have to get my glue stick out. So that's why I came up with the idea of just having, you know, my cover like this, and I chose the size I wanted, and then, you know, remove this part, this section. I don't know why that never occurred to me before. And this is why. I had just purchased this Chapter 1 digital kit. I forget the name of it, but I'll look that up for you. So you can't very well do that. You know, I wouldn't think it would look right. And they have, this is just part of that kit. I love it so much, I printed it like 3 times. But this is from Chapter 1, and I'll list her below, but you probably already know her. And so that's what delayed me making this project, because I kept thinking, well, I can't make that, you know, landscape. It is what it is. Now, these papers are from Ruby and Pearl, one of her kits. They're just beautiful. They're just beautiful, and they're in landscape. So this kit would work really well. In fact, I didn't reprint some that I used that I made these in, like this kit. Isn't that gorgeous? I think that goes with that kit, but it's just gorgeous. I need to reprint that. That would make nice wallpaper. Okay. So these are the ones that are finished. You could add lace, you could do whatever you want. And then, oh, here's another one from that kit. And so I've already chosen my cover, and I've already, you know, folded over where I wanted it, what size I wanted it to be, and removed. So I won't do that. It's all ready. Here's the size I want. So then I chose the digital, and I cut it to fit on here, and I wanted the paper, the stained paper, to show around. Do I have one this cut? No, I don't. I have not made this one yet. So then I just basically glued that on. This is from Chapter 1. In case I didn't say that before. It is really warm in here. Oh, and I also used my Tim Holtz ink on the sides. There was a lot of white showing on it. So be careful where you put it. Line it up as best as you can. And there you go. And you can, Rachel decorated her so beautifully. She just has that eye for it. Okay. Oh, so what I meant to say is you will need, if you're going to do it my version, you're going to need your stained paper or something equivalent that you want to use. You're going to need your digitals that you want to use. And you're going to need a hole punch. You're going to need a brad and glue. And then if you use scissors or a ruler to trim your papers. You're also going to need some ephemera, or, you know, printed ephemera, whatever you want to add to here, and then we'll put a digital on top of it. So I've already chosen the ephemera for this one. I'll set that aside. Okay, so we got the front done, and then what I'll do is decide where I want the back, what I want on the back. I've already been out and about today, and ooh, I like that. And my back doesn't like it. It said, oh, you did too much today. Out shopping and learning my neighborhood. I'm going to go with that. I like that. So I'm going to trim some off the side here, if I can get it. A lot of white there. And then decide how much. Okay, so I can use scissors because I don't need that part. Okay, then I'm going to trim off a lot of this white. Okay, put it in the scraps and then size it up. That seems to work. Okay, that's a scrap. That's actually, that might fit inside. I'm going to lose that. Okay. Let's trim off this white bits here, or you can use your ink. The ink I use is Distress Inks, Antique Linen. I need another one of these. Mine are dry, and that's why I don't laugh, but that's why I just do this, and I get the last bit of it. It is so dry here. I think the other day I looked on my phone and it said we were at 9% humidity. I'm like, oh, I've seen it 2%. Arid, arid, arid. Yep. Okay. I'm trying to remember if Rachel may have had 3 layers of paper on hers. I can't remember. I just know that when I saw her do that, make this, I just was like, I'm making that. Isn't it funny how you see something and you're like, I want to make that right now? Yeah, that's me. I got 15 projects laying here and I made a bunch of these, but no time wasted. These will be used. They will be used. Okay, so now we have 2. Okay, that's done. Put this in the scrap, and we're going to do the inside. I would love to just glue it like that, but I know that crease, not going to work. Not going to work. Or you could do it this way. Which way? Yeah. I like it that way. And then you can see why. I can see where I want to, well, I'm going to tear it first. There. I don't know what I did. I think it was facing the other way anyway. Into the scrap pile. I'm going to have to trim it a bit. Use my dried up ink. Okay. And then I still, let me see. Which way did I have that? No, I said this way, yeah. But I think it goes that way. It's still a little too wide, but that's okay. We'll have to trim it again. Let me see where there. Doesn't have to be perfect. That one. I'm thinking this one needs trimmed. Yeah, it hangs over. And to be quite honest, it doesn't look like it tore all that straight. Still a little bit more. Okay, so this is the last one I'm making. When you've made as many as I have, you're like, okay, I'm done with that. Done, done, done. So now we have our inside. And I'm just going to glue part of it down in case I need to move it. Trying to hope my head isn't in there. Okay. This is a fun project. There's so many different ways you can do this. And I've done, you know, folios and all kinds of little folders, but this is a simple, fast pocket filler in my opinion. It's just, and it's a bigger version than I'm used to making, so I'm hoping these fit in my tall, skinny ones, my skinny journals. There we go. Almost done. Put the glue away and the ink pad. Okay. Try to get that all down. Okay. Now for the fun part. We need a digital to go on that. I think this one is big enough. Oh, it is. Isn't that pretty? It's just so pretty. And I think it's the perfect size. Don't have to do anything to it. Let's see. Okay. So what I do, trying to make sure that glue is, need the scissors anymore. Trying to make sure that that glue is dry because I'm going to punch it now. And I'll just eyeball it. Let's see. There we go. So I lean that up. I line that up there. And then I turn it over. Sorry if I got close to the camera. And then I punch it from the other side. Now you can put your brad in this way, but Rachel put hers in this way. So that's what I do. So that if you wanted, you could add more. Brads are wonderful. Okay, there we go. And this should not curl, it's not wet. And as you saw in some of mine, oh, I just love that page. I added some of these. I found these that I make with the stained papers. I just typed these out, and they were in my documents, and I ran and got my stained papers and printed some more. And they're kind of big though, but they do fit in the larger ones. If you want to cover up that, and I didn't glue it all the way down, but if you wanted to cover up that part of the brad, you could put something over the top of it. Or you could put lace over it. Let's try that. I have some Angie lace here. Let's see what would look good there. Let me take part of this. See, you could put a piece of lace there if you wanted. That looks pretty. So let's try that. Yeah, it goes this way. There we go. And it, you know, it doesn't completely cover the brad, but you could still take it off, I'm sure, if you wanted to tear this apart and use it in a journal, which is the whole idea. There we go. I'm afraid to... And you can round the corners if you want. Did I do that with any of them? I think I did. See, you can tell I did here. I rounded the corner. They just, when you do that, they just slip in the pocket easier. And, nope, still wet. But this one would be easy to do that. Get it in there. It doesn't want to go. It's like, no. There you go. I'm just going to do the bottom there. So there you have it, ladies. It's super easy. You can tie ribbon around this, or lace, or string. Let's see. Got some string here. Twine. That doesn't want to come out. And you could tie it up. I should have cut it a little bit more, but that's okay. I'm going to have to open it up in a minute anyway. There's just so much you can do, and I hope you enjoyed that. It was per request. I've made so many. I'm just so happy with these. I love this picture. Wish I could find a dress like that. I'm looking for a dress. And so give it a try and then let me know how it worked out for you. I would appreciate it. And keep creating, everyone. I'll be back soon. Bye-bye.